right, let's talk about DOT radials, or RCOMs as they're often referred to. Typically, they are one of, if not the fastest tires you'll find in the paddock for racing or track events.
Yes.
They're designed to meet the bare minimum of DOT requirements for durability and tread design, but they're definitely not designed to be driven on the streets.
Yeah, they're actually closely related to real racing slicks.
Yeah.
And while the market for them isn't huge, the expectations for them are. And it's always really, really exciting when something new enters the space. And this year, for this test, we have 2 new products.
Yeah.
The Hoosier R7 has been the benchmark for the RCOM category for a long time. And Pirelli claims they've finally come up with a tire to knock out the reigning champ. You know, they have this new P0 Trofeo track, and they claim that it has what it takes. So we're gonna compare those 2 tires head to head. The other new tire is the Toyo Proxys R, and it's kind of on the other end of the spectrum. It's not intended to be as fast as the Hoosier and the Pirelli, but it's designed to build on what made its predecessor an amazing tire.
Right.
So it's friendly to drive, it's easy to control at the limit, it's supposed to be faster and have better steering too. So we're gonna find out about that. We also have a couple other really exciting tires in this test. We're including the Hoosier A7. It includes the company's Autocross Focus compound. It's supposed to be ultimately faster and come up to temp quicker, but it doesn't last as long and it doesn't tolerate heat as well. So a lot of drivers will use it as a qualifying tire or for a time attack type event where you just need like one fast lap. So we're gonna find out what's it like to drive, how much faster is it than the R7. The Yokohama Advan A055 is in this test. We've tested it before, we love driving it. It wasn't quite as fast as the Hoosier last time, but we're giving it another chance to see if it can compete with the Hoosier and the new Pirelli, because that is the real competitive set in the space. And then lastly, probably most excitingly, we have a full non-DOT approved Michelin race slick. It's the Pilot Sport GT. Tire Rack now has full access to the entire Michelin racing catalog, so we're gonna find out how much, if at all, faster it is than the best RCOMs on the market. And there's no better place to do that than right here on the racetrack.
Got it.
What's your expectations today?
Oh my gosh, it's going to be hot.
Sweat.
I expect that we're going to be consistent. We're going to get excellent data. We have no expectations for which tires are going to be fastest because we don't have preconceived notions. We just drive and let the tires do what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do some blind. No.
No.
Our track use only tire testing with our M2 uses 2 75/35 R18 tires mounted on 18x10 Sparco FF3 wheels. The Michelin Pilot Sport GT slicks are 27/65/18, and we chose the S8 compound for its quick warm-up characteristics compared to the more popular S9 compound. All sets received a tire rack heat cycle before the test, so they're ready to go with just a scuff end on the outlap. To make sure our brakes are solid and fade-free to avoid any unintended variables, we're using Hawk Performance DTC 70 brake pads in the front and DTC 60s in the rear.
When reporting lap times for our road course testing, in the past we've used the average time for each tire. Over our years of testing, we found that almost every tire is capable of a single outlier fast lap. Generally, it's on the first timed lap before they reach their eventual full hot temperature. For anyone participating in time attack, the fast lap is usually more relevant than the average, so this year we've decided to publish that data as well. Conditions on test day were hot, with temperatures in the low 90s when testing started, climbing to the mid-90s by the afternoon. Full sun all day and high humidity meant lap times were slower than expected, but consistent results across all our control runs confirm validity of the data.
All right.
Yeah, that was it.
While we suspected the Pilot Sport GT would be fast, having no prior experience with the tire meant we didn't know just how fast it would be. When the day was over, we were blown away by the whole experience. After putting slightly more energy into the tire during the warm-up lap, it was up to temp and delivering full grip on turn 1, and it stayed very consistent, only beginning to exhibit some slight fall-off on the final lap. It set the fastest single lap at 138.13 seconds, and also the fastest average lap, with just a half a second spread between the fastest and the average. The Advan A055 received the second highest subjective rating, it delivered the second fastest single lap, and the second fastest average time. The non-DOT racing slick was at the top in all of those metrics, so the Yokohama was the top racetrack and autocross only tire in every category. It had strong traction all around, and it was engaging and easy to handle, with slight, usable rotation and neutral front-to-rear balance. It came up to temperature very quickly, about 3/4 of the way through the warm-up lap, and it had 3 very fast laps before it started to fall off. Even then, the drop-off wasn't severe, but it was noticeable. With the heat on test day, the A7 seemingly required no warm-up at all, delivering traction immediately on the outlap. Its first time lap was the fastest at a 1 minute 39.20 seconds, and then it fell off from there, losing pace with every additional lap. The steering was immensely quick and authoritative, sometimes requiring mid-corner adjustments because it delivered more than expected. While it was undeniably fast, it wasn't as satisfying to drive as the Yokohama, and its average lap time of 1 minute 40.56 seconds was 4/10 behind it as well. The P0 Trofeo track is aimed squarely at the Hoosier R7, and our testing found it has what it takes in terms of both lap times and subjective feel. The Pirelli's fast lap of 1 minute 39.55 seconds was almost 2/10 faster than the Hoosier, and with an average lap 4/10 faster, it proved to be more consistent as well. It took the longest to warm up of any tire in the test, not delivering full traction until early in the first timed lap. That lap proved to be its fastest, and it slowly fell off from there. In this test group, the R7 was second from the bottom for fastest lap and average time. It had great traction and brutally fast steering, but its 1 minute 41.11 second average lap just wasn't enough in the face of this strong competition. It required about 3/4 of a lap to come in, and its fastest lap was the first. It delivered 3 more consistent laps after that, then lost about half to 3/4 of a second for the last 2 laps. The Proxys R had the most consistent laps of any tire in the test, and it was such an enjoyable experience that we didn't care that it was about 4/10 behind the R7 for average lap and almost 1.5 seconds behind for its fastest lap. It was incredibly intuitive and easy to drive. Its relative lack of traction limited the potential of its subjective score, but otherwise it was one of our favorites.
Utilizing the ferro arm used to measure vehicles for wheel and tire fitment, we were able to compare the wear rate between the tires in our test by measuring the change in tread depth on the front left tire from each set, which is the position that sees the most wear in our testing. We measured the tires when they were brand new, and then again after we finished our testing. Green indicates that region of the tire has identical or a 0.5 millimeter greater tread than when it started, with yellow and red indicating more gain than that due to rubber pickup or migration. The more important colors are the blues and purples, with light blue indicating a 0.5 millimeter to 1.5 millimeters of tread loss, and dark blue to purple or pink showing a loss of 2 to 3 or more millimeters of tread compared to the new tire. It's important to note that this wear is based on a limited number of laps on our vehicle with our drivers, so your mileage may vary. The R7 acted as the control tire for the test group, so it experienced twice as many laps as the other tires in the test, and lost around 2 to 2.5 millimeters on the outboard shoulder, plus a 0.5 to 1 millimeter on the outermost 2/3 of the tread face. With its lighter use, the A7 didn't see any loss across the face, but it did give up 1.5 to 2 millimeters on the outside shoulder. The P0 Trofeo track also wore very nicely, with perhaps a 0.5 millimeter degradation only in the shoulder. The Proxys R lost a 0.5 to 1 millimeter in the shoulder and the leading edge of the center rib, and the Advan A055 concentrated all its wear in the shoulder. Finally, the Pilot Sport GT exhibited minimal wear as well, losing a 0.5 to 1.5 millimeters on the outboard shoulder only.
I would say, based on the way I feel and my groovy helmet hair, seems like we did some things today.
Ooh, it's a hot day.
Not as fast as last year on sub 200 treadwear tires as we were last year on 200 treadwear tires. So that's disappointing, but I am confident in the data. Our control was consistent throughout. Even the behavior was consistent throughout. I'm pretty happy with it. Let's start with P0 Trofeo Track. Claims that they are here for the R7's lunch money, you know, whatever the heck the kids say these days.
The R7 is kind of a known quantity. Sure. It is brutal in its traction delivery.
Yes, it is.
It is not very accommodating in its traction.
It is not.
I think we both said it's like, here's your traction. Just take it.
And go away.
Do whatever you want.
Yes.
I'm not helping you.
Yes.
Here.
Safe travels, my child.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you make it work, and honestly, it does work really, really
It has
well.
great grip, immediate steering response, digital steering response. There's no buildup, there's no anything. You just turn and you're there. And if you ask for too much, well, that's your problem. Like we said, sorry.
Figure it out.
You should have done better.
But the Trofeo track certainly didn't beat it up and steal its lunch money, but it asked forcefully because it's got it. We were on average, our R7 was a 141.1. Trofeo track is a 140.7.
Ooh, 0.4 of a second.
Yeah, but subjectively,
it was nicer to drive.
That's the other thing. It was so much nicer to drive.
Yes, it felt like a real tire.
Yeah.
It felt, you know, there was some progressiveness to it. There was some buildup of response. You could meter out what you wanted from it, as opposed to just you chuck it in there and it is what it is.
Yeah. It was communicating, which was nice.
Right.
Not all the tires out here today did that.
It took a little bit longer to warm up than the R7.
Oh, yeah.
The R7 was basically one lap, our 80% out lap, and then it was ready to go. P0 Trofeo track took a lap and a half, or maybe even a little bit more.
I was a little concerned at first. I was like, this is something. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah,
there it is. Advan A055. Tested it 2 years ago on our BRZs.
Lovely.
245 section with tires. Hoosiers are extremely wide. The Yokohama's a more normal size.
Right.
And the Yokohama's, I think, like half a second slower. But we liked driving it better.
Yeah.
And
subjectively, it was much better.
Yes, it was. Now in the 275s, they're essentially the same width. So the Hoosier has lost that pure physical dimension advantage. Right. And oh my gosh.
Yeah.
If I was going to a regional road race where everybody else is on Hoosiers, I would be smug if I picked the Yokohama.
I was a little surprised, like, oh my gosh, like it's got the feel and it's got the time.
It does.
Which was awesome.
It was amazing to drive. It had wonderful traction, wonderful limit behavior, and man, the traction.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, that was the fastest of the DOT approved tires, right?
Yeah, 140.13.
Okay.
If you want to explore the limits, the Yokohama is a great choice, because I found myself thinking like, yes, this would be a fun tire to find where I'm losing time and really start to push things.
Right.
Because it is very forgiving too at the limit, which is what you want.
You know what else is very forgiving at the limit? Toyo Proxys R.
Yeah.
Proxys R.
Oh god, the Yokohama kind of stole its light a little bit, but we were saying the same thing about the Toyo when we drove it.
Yes.
It was fantastic too.
Fantastic. It's so easy to drive, so friendly, just so consistent. It had the least fall off of any tire.
Fall off was something we were experiencing today. After we built up pressure, after we scrubbed in the tires, you'd get like a pretty darn good lap.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden pressures would start to climb, temperatures would start to climb, and things would get a little squirrely. And you were driving the same line, we were very consistent, but you could just tell, hey, something, it doesn't feel as good, it's definitely not as fast. But that Toyo was just,
it didn't seem to care.
What's up?
Right? Yeah,
let's keep doing this. I don't care what pressure I'm at. It was 141.49.
The Yokohama was a second faster than the Hoosier. Is that what you're telling me?
The Yokohama Advan A055 was 1 second, plus or minus 100. Than the R7.
Yeah. Okay, that's news. That is news.
Yeah.
And then A7 versus R7. The A7 was fast right away, even on the 80% out laps. I could feel the traction.
It was.
It lasted a lap and a half at race pace at full speed. Then it started to fall off. Then we did our driver change. It came back a little bit, and then it started to fall off. Yeah, same thing. And just barely faster than Trofeo.
Yeah. When you say it like that, it's a hot day.
It was a hot day.
There's a lot of factors involved.
But you know, it was really fast and really awesome to drive. Pilot Sport GTM in the S8 compound, which they also say is the S8M compound because that's what's stamped on the sidewall.
I don't care what's on the sidewall, just take my money.
It was so good.
Just take it.
It was so good. I didn't think it was going to be like that. Like, I thought it was going to be a small step up on over the R7. And oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You could combine inputs. You could get back to throttle so much faster.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing.
That was huge.
Especially on the M2. Like, oh my gosh, I'm full throttle.
Yeah, I'm full throttle and I haven't even taken all the steering input out yet. Yeah.
It is really good. Like you said, it was consistent. It was so fast. It seemed like you were at the limit of grip and something would happen where you just needed a little bit more. It would have it somehow. It would magically just like pull it out. And that was quick. It was average of 138.63.
2.5 seconds faster than the R7. The car's not optimized for either tire. Very little camber, We weren't optimizing pressures, just 32 PSI hot across the board.
Yeah.
I mean, they're expensive, don't get me wrong, but man, that is tempting.
It's a treat that I think every serious track day warrior, racer, anything
Just once in your life.
should do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should check this out.
Yeah.
It's a magical moment. I feel guilty for even just driving it. It's like, I don't deserve this. Yeah.
You did a great job on it. So
It's fantastic.
we hope you found this video helpful. We've created a lot of videos from our time up at the track. So if you want to see something different, if you want to see 200 treadwear extreme performance summer tires on the track, you can find that. If you want to find out how those tires perform on the road and in the wet and dry track at our Tire Rack headquarters, we have that too. We also have a video comparing a larger hierarchy of 200 treadwear stuff to Racetrack and Autocross Only, and also streetable track and competition in the wet, in the dry at our track, and also up on the road course as well. So there are lots of options based on whatever your interests are. So be sure to seek those out. If you have any questions, feedback, other commentary, be sure to leave those in the comments below. Of course, be sure to like and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.